Welcome to Be the Boss, where we empower you to put on your big girl panties, tap into your inner goddess, and regain your power. Join me as I dive deep into mindset training, expansion, and business topics as I deliver them to you in bite-sized, fluff-free episodes every week. Welcome to Be the Boss. I am Tasha Cavaco, and this is episode 9. So today's topic is, you're a diamond, boo, but. And you say, but what? Well, here's the end. You're a diamond, boo, but you're not for everyone. Like we say, you could be an orange, you could be a peach. Not all people like peaches or oranges or whatever the saying. You could say it multiple different ways. Bottom line, you're not for everyone. And you're not meant to be. You're not meant to be for everyone. Embrace your ness. Whatever makes you, embrace that. Whether it's quirkiness, weirdness, funness, craziness, all the things. Even sometimes if you're boringness, your ness, whatever your ness is. And you know what? To others, it could be viewed as weird. It could be viewed as boring. It could be viewed as crazy. But when you embrace your ness, it's not so boring. It's just called, I'm relaxing. I'm taking time for me. The crazy might not be crazy. It's I'm spontaneous and I live in my body and listen to my body and know when something is calling me and pushing me in a direction, I go for it. That might be crazy to some people. But the point is, face your true north. Embrace your ness. The world is filled with people who, no matter what you do, just won't like you. But it's filled with those who will love you fiercely. They are your people. You're not for everyone. Again, and that is okay. Talk to the people who can hear you, who can connect with you, who can validate you. We get in this world of feeling like I don't need validation, and we put on like these rebel pants, and we feel like somehow saying to the world, I don't need any validation. It's true in a sense, but you do need your tribe. And within a tribe, we all collectively validate each other without needing the validation, if that makes sense. Don't waste your precious time and gifts trying to convince others of your value. Stop doing this. I always say, I will share my heart out, but the second I start to feel like I'm trying to convince someone of something, I'm out. Peace out. I'm done. There's no point in furthering that conversation. I still battle with this, but please try to never convince others of your value. Because if you have to get to the point of convincing, they won't ever want what you're selling, no matter if it's a friendship, a marriage, or a product. Don't try to convince them to walk alongside you. You'll be wasting both your time and theirs, and will likely inflict unnecessary wounds that will take so much precious time to heal. You literally will just take a layover. I listen to this guy, Feel Good. I love his work. I love his, just the stuff he puts out in the world. And he was talking about layovers, how you can take one straight shot, from Arizona to Miami. That's where you'll find me. Or you could take 3 layovers. This is what I'm talking about. By wasting your time in someone else's, you're going to inflict wounds that's going to take time to heal. So you're just going to provide yourself with more layovers to get to the end destination. Take the straight shot. You're not for them, and they're not for you. Simple as that. Politely wave them on and continue your way. Sharing your path with someone is a sacred gift. Don't cheapen it by rolling yours in the wrong direction. Keep facing your true north, pulling all that you have in you to know your own value, to not cheapen your value, to not cheapen your talents, your time, your energy. Realizing that. And in revealing to yourself that you're multifaceted, you're multidimensional, and not to dim your light. Don't dim your light according to who's in your environment or who's in your presence. Don't do it. We all have our own people. We all have our own parts of ourselves. Ones that are the same will find you and they'll recognize you and your paths will cross. But gone are the days of trying to convince, devalue, and waste precious time. I know a lot of people, whether you are into astrology, not whatever, you've heard, a lot of people have heard of the new moon of Aquarius, which we just entered in. And even those that have no idea, like for instance, my husband, that was a phrase or something he heard, a new moon of Aquarius. And this is really unique thing because all 6 planets are squished in this Aquarius area. And when you dive in and see what that really means in this moon of Aquarius, it's about communication, which is everything right now. Because on one side, you have this old stuck patterns in a loop, and it's like constantly miscommunication and upsetting people and offending and tech, all these tech things and censorship, and you have all of that on one side. And then on the other side, you have this beautiful communication where people are feeling, this new way, these new ways of doing things. No fear, not judging yourself, not comparing yourself to others. It's like this new liberated communication we have that is so amazing and beautiful. But then literally right next to it, you have this miscommunication, upsetting people, offensiveness, just everything you feel like you have to watch everything you say. But we're in this area of now it's communication. Now this is the area we're in, which is so crazy. And I know a lot of us are thinking, that's crazy that this is the time of communication, but in the same sense, it's not, because they're so contrast, they're so opposite of each other, and they're smushed right up against each other. And you ask yourself, okay, well, if I'm on this one side, how do I get to the other? If I'm in this old way, I'm stuck, I'm in these like patterns and these thought loops, and I can't get myself out. How do I do that? One, realizing you're not for everyone. Taking everything I first said and applying it to your life. That's how you can push yourself into new ways. And ultimately moving past your ego. Okay, so what is ego? Ego is everything that's not yourself. So God did not create us to be in fear. God did not create us to live in judgment of others and ourselves. We were not created to live with jealousy tendencies, greed, or the comparison. Oh, the comparison is so big right now, and it's so hard to escape it with all the social media and everything. And to realize that ultimately, God did not create us to be in control of everything. And if we let go of the fear, the judgment, the jealousy, the comparison, the greed, we can start to really let go of the control and controlling every aspect of our lives, because ultimately, as we've talked about, the more that you cling on to something that can't grow, and ultimately, sometimes we get what we ask for and then we're shown what we really need. So instead of having to go through that process again and take another layover, let go and see where it guides you. We're really getting into a time of teamwork, community, humanitarianism, activism, and all these things are going to shift us into healthier ways of coping. We've heard so much about just these epidemics with drugs and opiates and these, things to numb us, And we're really starting to look at healthier ways of coping with all things, whether it may be whatever bug is going around in the world. You know what I'm talking about? Or, I'm depressed. I don't have healthy eating habits, whatever. We're really starting to think of healthier ways to cope. And this is crucial in this time. We're leaning toward healing. That's beautiful. And how can you lean towards healing? Well, whatever feels good to you. Praying heals my soul. Meditating makes my stress, anxiety really kind of deflate a little bit. Some people really love breath work, nature walks, hikes. Oh my gosh, I can't wait to get out and go for a walk this weekend. Maybe a hike, depending on how my kids react. But getting out there. Take a fun class to learn something new. Pottery, painting, They have this new fun thing, the glass, where they have classes where you could take for, blowing glass. It's so cool. But learn something new. Take a fun class. Whatever heals you, whatever you feel that you ignite, you get, lit up inside, and you feel that afterward, you're kind of at peace. Do that. Do more of that. Do one of those things every single day. Realizing we're not for everyone. We're going to embrace our nest, whatever that nest is. We're going to face our true north, and we're going to keep marching that way. We're going to do it with teamwork, community. We're going to have healthier ways of coping. We're going to lean towards that healing. Lean into the healing. And we're going to do things every day, whatever that may be, to get us there. Take advantage of this new moon of Aquarius, or this new way, if you don't even want to call it that, if you don't even want to look at that aspect, and you just want to look at just what's really happening in the world, you cannot deny that there is a fine line between this beautiful communication of teamwork and activism and community, and then on just a tiptoe away, there's this other side of miscommunication, offending people, constant battling, constant against each other, constant oppression, victimhood, social media issues, just constant. And you can't deny they're right next to each other. So, choose what side you're going to be on during this time. Like I said, whether you want to align yourself with the new moon of Aquarius, or that is just not your path, that's not the way you like to perceive things, there's no denying that we're right here on this cusp of two different forms of communication, two different forms of realities on this earth. Choose your side. What side are you going to be on? And how can you embrace your ness and not care so much about what other people think? Again, I'm going to ask you that one more time. How can you embrace your ness and not care so much about what other people think? As always, you got this. You are worthy of all that you want. Everything you want is already in you, and you can pull it into your reality. Thank you for listening to Be the Boss. Don't forget to subscribe. I wouldn't be in this place in life if I didn't take the leap and start my business with the magic. If you're interested in taking that leap, or want to tap into an amazing community of like-minded entrepreneurs that decided to be their own boss, I will sponsor you for a month free for you to tap in and see what it's all about and have a lifelong business at your fingertips. That's it for now. Love and light, Tasha.